Hi, Casper. How's it? We're just waiting for some friends to arrive on Facebook. Hi, Ishmael. I'm very well. How are you? Oh, guys, it's Friday. I'm very glad. So, let's see. Hi, guys. Hi, Anna. How are you? Sorry. Guess what? We have a guest who has just fallen in. I literally up there as well.
Hello. Sorry, I had a jiu-jitsu class.
There we go. English, jiu-jitsu, a little bit of everything, huh? All right. So, how are you guys doing? Hi, Anna. Nice to see you.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Ishmael wants to know what our topic is today. Woohoo!
I don't know, it's a surprise. What's the topic?
It's a surprise. All right. So, guys, let's get going. Come on, Facebook friends, join us. So, today we are going to be, well, I'm going to be chatting to you about another part of functional language. Remember that this entire week was dedicated to functional language, right? So I started off the week talking about giving opinions and asking for opinions. Then we dealt with making requests, giving advice. Yesterday, I dealt with apologizing. And for today, the last installment for the week, we are going to be dealing with agreeing and disagreeing. All right. So the functional language for agreeing and disagreeing. This functional language is actually really, it's really similar, not similar, but it's closely related to giving opinions and asking for opinions. So you give an opinion, you ask for an opinion, and somebody either agrees or disagrees with you. We use this functional language a lot, not only in speaking, but also in writing. So guys, if you're doing your IELTS exam, one of the essays, there are two essay types in particular that will use this particular functional language. The essay for that requires you to give an opinion, and the agree-disagree essay. So this will help you not only with your speaking, but also with your writing. So guys, agreeing and disagreeing comes pretty naturally to us, okay? The reason why is that, like giving opinions, we are inclined to want to give our thoughts and our ideas, to share those with other people. We want to give our opinions. We want to say whether we like something or don't like something, whether we agree with something or not. It's just part of our human nature. So like with all things, there are some guidelines that I would like to share with you guys today. And what is so slow? Who is slow? Ishmael? Are we slow?
Are we slow?
What's slow?
The internet is slow.
Oh, the internet is slow.
Yeah, but that's not us.
Oh, sorry, dude.
You see us for longer.
Yeah. I used that yesterday, actually.
What?
Apologizing language.
Oh,
so
really?
at the end of yesterday's lesson, I spoke about informal ways of apologizing to mild infractions, like sorry, hey?
Shame, huh?
Shame, hey?
That's actually not sorry. That's more.
Yeah, but it is like you're sorry.
Yes, the internet is slow by you guys.
No, we're cool,
really
dude.
not.
Well, that way you won't mind that I'm speaking too fast.
Yes.
We're good. We're good.
Sorry.
But it's working. Okay, so guys, Maureen, is with us today because I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of how to agree and disagree naturally. Okay, forget about the connection. Let's look at this language. Okay, hi Faisal, nice to see you. So I want you to listen to the functional language that I use when I give my either my agreement or my disagreement. But I also want you to observe what goes on, because remember, guys, it's not just about the language. In actual fact, it's about 30% about the language. So much else goes on when it comes to speaking. So observe what goes on. Okay. She's going to say something. I am going to agree or disagree. All right. All right.
You are simply fabulous.
I couldn't agree with you more.
What do you think if I say I love Fridays?
That is so true. That is so true.
You're an exceptional teacher.
That's also true.
I know. I'm a better sister. I could really use a walk at the beach.
You and me both, sister. You and me both.
English 1 rocks my world.
I believe it.
Woohoo! What do you think if I shaved my hair off?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Why? I think I could rock a nog.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not serious. Yeah.
She wants to shave her head, people.
No, I don't. I'm just... It's a possibility. Teachers are such nerds, don't you think?
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I'm not a nerd. Do you guys think I'm a nerd? Hossam, do you think I'm a nerd? I beg to differ.
Spiders are incredible creatures.
No way.
Yeah, they really are. They've got 8 legs.
You can't be serious, man.
No, I am.
Moving on.
Only children. This is hard to get fans. Only children can learn new languages.
I have to disagree with you. Although I
don't even believe that. I don't even believe that.
I wholly disagree.
Oh, so do I. Eating meat is the best source of protein.
Not necessarily, actually.
No, but it is the nicest.
Nice, yes, but not necessarily.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right, guys. So here, Maureen and I have just demonstrated some ideas, some thoughts, and ways that one can either express whether they agree or disagree with them. So it's true that you can say, I agree. Hello, Khalid. I agree and I disagree. But actually, how often do we say, I agree, I disagree?
Only when I'm in a meeting.
Exactly. So,
and even then.
Go closer, they can't see you.
Your chair's in the way.
So
she wants me to come closer, but this is as close as social distancing.
So yeah, I agree and I disagree is quite formal, actually. And remember that we are trying to balance how we speak naturally, learning new vocabulary at the same time, and being able to blend in with native speakers and strong speakers of the language. So I agree and I disagree is fine. Of course, you can always use it. But there are also more than 50 ways of of expressing how you feel, whether you agree or disagree. And the ones that I mentioned today, scratch the surface, all right? I couldn't agree with you more. That's so true. You and me both. Believe it.
Same, same.
Same, same. I'm not so sure about that. Not necessarily. No way.
That's the spiders.
That's the spider one. I beg to differ. So those are just some of the ones that I actually happen to use quite often. So I picked those specifically. But there are lots of others that you can use. So here are some of my favorite ways that I recommend to students on how you can start to use this language a little bit more confidently. Now, I know that most often you're told, don't, and this is where there's a big but. Hear me out. The best way to practice this particular functional language, alongside with giving and asking for opinion, is to actually get involved in discussions which are of a controversial nature. And I'll give you an example. On Wednesday or Thursday, in one of my social clubs, the Opinion Club, the topic was, is the death penalty acceptable? That's pretty controversial, right? And it is a perfect sort of landing ground or launching pad for you to use this language. And by using this language, you're using a variety of other skills. All the sub skills that we deal with all the time in lessons. So turn taking, learning to remain calm, especially when things get passionate. You really want people to understand your point of view and
to agree
and to agree with you. And maybe you don't like what the other person has said, and you really disagree, and you want to make sure they understand it. So remaining calm, respectful, making sure that everybody has a turn, listening to what everyone has to say. All of these are part and parcel of the language. So don't for a second think that you can just write down the phrases that you have learned on how to agree and disagree and think, yes, I've got it. You've got to get involved. You've got to get involved. And so putting yourself, exposing yourself to those sort of discussions, controversial topics that you might actually be quite uncomfortable talking about, is going to help you. How are you going to do this? Well, for example, with my social club, what I do is I give the students the topic the day before or the morning before, and they get a chance to research it, to look up vocabulary, to get a feel for it, so that they come prepared. So perhaps do that. If you know that you're going into a particular debate or a discussion about politics or religion or whatever the case may be, go prepared, right? So that's one way of doing it. Remember that the other thing that you've got to consider is there comes a certain responsibility with agreeing or disagreeing with an opinion or giving you an opinion. You can't just give an opinion or agree or disagree with something and then let it go. You've got to own it. So if I disagree with something, I disagree with something, not we disagree with something or they. All right. So own it, use the correct pronoun, and be prepared to justify why you agree or disagree. Hello, Carol. Ah, nice. Okay. One of the lesser practiced aspects of this particular functional language is politeness. All right. I know that I say it all the time, but we've got to remember that we've got to remain respectful and we've got to be polite, because with passion comes strong language. We've got to be careful. Now, there are very easy ways for you to do this. You don't necessarily have to say, be very formal, but you can just soften your language a little bit to exercise this politeness. So rather than saying, it's a bad idea, we can say, well, I don't think that that's such a good idea. All right, I haven't used any fancy words. I've just used a little bit of body language, changed my face, and I've added, I don't think. And instead of using the strong negative adjective, I've used the positive adjective. Hi, Dingbat. Dingbat has just joined us. Okay, so my last tip for you guys is one that covers all pragmatics, which is the dealing of language as we use it in context, and that is learning to express yourself confidently and successfully is not only about language. And I said this before, it's a life skill. Please, pragmatics is a life skill. It's not just a linguistic skill. It's not just about the language. It's not just about English. It's about everything that goes with it. It's about feeling that language. Functional language is a part of pragmatics. So practice as much as you can, all the time. Throw yourself at all discussions and conversations. Sometimes they will be amazing. Sometimes they won't. Okay? Right? Sometimes you won't win. And you can just agree to disagree. All right? And that is just the way it goes. But for now, and I mean, both of us are bilingual. We know what it's like to be a learner of another language. And sometimes it just doesn't work. But it's okay. It's fine, guys. You can. It's tomorrow is another day, and you can just be better. And that is my biggest tip to you all to end this week of functional language. It's not just about the language; it's about the life skill that goes around it. And the more you practice, the better you will get. So close those books and get yourself a social club. You won't regret it. It's amazing. You'll have a lot of fun. So with that, I'm going to thank you very much for having joined me this week. I'm really glad to spend some time with you, and I hope that my tips, my strategies, my guidelines have helped you somewhat. Again, a reminder to all of you, English 1 is online, and we offer amazing classes as well as private lessons, specialized lessons, as well as other online services. So if you're interested in any of those, you can get hold of us on one of our social media platforms, or you can look at the information in the description box at the end of the video. And a reminder that all of these videos are recorded, and you can watch them on our YouTube channel. All right. So feel free to go back and have a look at all the functional language videos, and let me know, as always, if there's anything that you'd like me to deal with. With that, I'd like to thank my sister for hanging out with us. She's awesome.
Thanks for having me.
And have a fantastic weekend,
I'm not
guys.
shaving my head.
She's not shaving her head, actually. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you on Monday for a brand new week on these live chats. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That's funny. This light is awesome, just by the way. I never noticed those things up in the top there.
Thank you.
I have coffee break. I'm so close to your back.